Cheers! Welcome to MovieBitches! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2, reunion episode. Episode 11?
Reunited? Episode 11.
Episode 11. First things first, shout out to our fan Ryan, who sent us a bottle of Absolute Acai Berry. Or Berry Acai, goddammit, I got it wrong!
I love that drink.
Ooh, but I love this drink.
I love this drink.
Oh, it's so good.
So thank you very much.
Yeah,
I squealed like a little
hilarious
pig in drag. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Oh, I didn't like any of the visuals that came to mind when you said that. Didn't care for it.
A dick pig in drag. Did I not say that? The reunion episode starts with Ru going on some semi-incoherent spiel about magic.
It was like, my fans ask me, how did the show get so successful? And I'll tell you.
It's magic. Before your very eyes, 12 supernatural men turn into bewitching beauties.
It twirls around.
Disappears, like it's very fantastical.
And then like multiple Rus all show up.
Yes, and she just continuously like Tasmanian devil spin disappears after like snapping her fingers. It was a lot. I feel like she needed a wand.
It was a lot. I was confused. I didn't quite get the concept. Like why?
Why, these drag queens are just plain wicked. And they got more tricks than Jesse James and Tiger Woods combined.
I really think it was like a Wizard of Oz thing. And I'm, Mama Ru, Queen of the North.
Glenda, the Good Witch? I don't know.
Who's with the Good Witch of the West and her sisters of the East. So who's the South Witch? Because Glenda's the Witch of the North.
Yeah, we don't know the South Witch.
It's Ru.
Yeah, there you go.
It's Mama Ru.
The Good Witch of the South.
The Good Witch
the
of
Gay
the
Witch
South.
of the South.
The Gay Witch of the South! Wait. Yes. That's what happened. Anyway.
So then Ru starts to bring out the girls in the grand tradition of the good reunions.
Yes.
And so she brings out Nicole Paige Brooks and
Shangela.
Both of who look mediocre.
I'll say this. Compared to where Shangela was, she looks great.
Absolutely.
I mean, she didn't look terrible either.
No, not at all.
Her wig was good. Her makeup was much better. Her outfit was...
This drink.
It's so good. I love it.
Sorry.
I love that drink.
Oh, I love it. Her outfit was like fine.
Yeah.
But like she looked good. She's wearing her silver crusted corn on the cob
that we later find out Raja gave her.
Helped make her, which we will talk about at some point in the future.
After season 9.
Yes.
Sorry, you guys, we can't squeeze an entire season in the 3.5 weeks before Drag Race starts. It's just not going to happen.
There's no way.
There's just no way.
There's no time. Yeah, no, Shangela looked much better.
Yes, Shangela did look much better.
Nicole Paige Brooks looked the same to me.
Yes.
Like, she didn't look worse or better.
No.
Although she was wearing some aggressively yellow eyeshadow. It looked like her eyelids had jaundice.
It was like she had like a bad bruise on her eyes.
Aggressive.
Right.
Eyeshadow.
It was bad.
Wearing like a satin, like two-toned dress that was like all kind of...
I'm just gonna say it. She looked pretty man-ish again. She looks like a man in a wig.
She never does her wigs. They're always just like, I put on a wig.
Yeah.
And it's real flat and it's not styled. And
right.
It's just like, the illusion isn't great.
No.
You know?
No.
It's rough. I'm sorry, but it's rough. Because we did see like a minute of the audition tape of hers. And she was in like a showgirls-esque, like, diamond crusted bikini. And I was like, this.
Yeah.
But then she never really...
No.
She was always wearing kind of just basic outfits.
It was like real basic outfits. It was like she went shopping with Tatiana at Wet Seal like before the show. Or maybe she was like a little bit older. Like what's the maternity line for Wet Seal?
BB? It is fun to do.
Yeah. So then Mystique comes out.
Yes.
I liked the blue eyeshadow, like sparkly blue eyeshadow.
Feeling herself.
Oh, she was feeling herself.
Like she just exuded so much more confidence than she did ever on the show.
That's true.
And so by that, I was like, ooh, girl, you look good.
Yeah.
She had like an asymmetrical black, one-sleeved, just like real elegant. Her shape was right.
Yep.
She's like sapphire jewels with matching eyeshadow and the hair. She looked really good.
Yeah, she looked good.
Her eyebrows were still fairly angry.
Sure.
But less.
Yeah, yeah.
Somehow less so.
Maybe they didn't...
They weren't quite as dark.
Maybe.
And contrasting somehow. You're going to finish that drink before this review is over.
I love it. It's so good.
I just love it. Oh, no, my blueberries.
They're acai berries.
Oh, I mean, my acai berries. My berry acai. So then, Morgan and Sonique come down the runway and double flick each other off. They seem to have really become really good friends.
They're like besties.
They seem to be besties at this point. I don't know.
I don't either, but yeah.
They didn't really talk about that.
No.
You could see it like with their interaction, but they didn't say like, so you guys are like best friends now?
Yeah, no,
what's up with that?
No. Sonique looked terrible in my opinion. Not her. Just her outfit. The hemline was so bad.
Well, like the dress was soups basic.
Yes.
Like it was just like an orange tube dress with a white belt.
Yeah.
She looked like a 50-50 bar. Her face looked gorgeous.
Yes.
The wig made it at least edgier.
Sure.
Right? It had a sort of faux hawk thing going on. The dress was just real bad.
The dress was really bad. That's what
it was not a good dress.
No.
But she looked good.
True. Morgan looked fierce.
Morgan was wearing like another circus master Alexander McQueen sitch.
Black.
Her legs looked legit.
Right.
As shit.
Yeah.
I was like, girl.
She got like her short hair going and like...
Yeah, or she had like an Adam Lambert thing I was feeling. So they come out and Shangela talks about how she's grown so much and she won like a Miss California.
Learned a little something and then went and won this California Entertainer of the Year pageant and came home with a crown.
Okay.
And she brings her crown, which her wig does not like
allow.
Which seems,
well, it would have been weird if she like wore it anyway.
It kind of would have been amazing though.
If she's just like, oh, Tyra, you have a crown? Well, so do I, bitch. What?
Like I maybe wouldn't have been mad about it. Maybe I would have. I'll never know. So next, they talk to Nicole Page Brooks.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, basically, she's like, I thought we were all friends. And then Raven was like very mean to me behind my back, and I was shocked. And Morgan goes,
like,
to be honest, my feelings
really?
I was really surprised.
Really?
You were?
You didn't say nothing behind my back.
No, of course not. But like, I didn't think Raven did either.
I mean, she was not very nice to you.
I mean, that's true. She was never like buddy, and then behind the scenes was like
footage of her being nice to Nicole.
That's true.
That's all I'll say.
That's true.
Was Raven a pretty big cunt to her? Yeah, but she never really pretended.
But she was never a cunt to her face. She was just kind of like whatever, you know.
She was like okay.
To be fair, there wasn't a lot of time for them to really interact.
This is true. So then, Ru asks Mystique.
Yes. Oh my God, what was this nonsense?
This was maybe the best part of the reunion.
I think it might have been.
I was like, what? So Ru is like, so Mystique, a lot of people thought that you gave up during the Country Queens Challenge. What do you want to say about that? And then Mystique opens her mouth.
I live in Dallas-Fort Worth, and a lot of the gangs and stuff was acting up in Mexico, and it was kidnapping Americans because my mom works in Mexico.
And Ru is like, is your mom a drug mule? And she's like, no.
So that morning, I heard that a lot of Americans was kidnapped. So in my head, I was like, I don't know if it's my mom there.
And then she's like, but your mom is fine. So what was up with your outfit? Like, she was like, so nonsense. Why the fuck did you wear that outfit, though?
She was okay, right?
She was okay.
Well, I have to ask then about why the schmanda blouse and the black pants.
I mean, the black pants, they were busted.
Girl.
And then Shangela, of all all people, calls her the fuck out for that outfit.
I want to be like the up-to-date country type of thing.
Time out, please, real quick.
And it's like, but no one's wearing that outfit, girl.
She's just like, girl, what are you talking
No
about?
one's doing their makeup like you did your makeup.
They kept showing, like, literally Mystique is, like, weaving this tale of excuses, and then it's just Morgan being like, and Sonique being like, and Nicole, like, everyone is just completely like, okay, girl. Sure. What? That was hilarious and nonsense.
Where the is her country realness look?
So then Sonique.
Rue is basically like, so you have something to tell us. Like, she told the producers, obviously, and then she's like, so what are you going to tell us?
And I've heard that there's something you want to share with us concerning that.
And Sonique is getting emotional, and we all kind of know where this is going because we're in the future. Yeah. And Sonique is like, start to talk about, I've always felt different, and this, that, and the other. She's being kind of vague, and then she gets emotional, like runs off to the side, right? And Morgan immediately like jumps up and runs to her aid, and then really awkwardly, Nicole Paige Brooks is like, oh, no.
She was like, I'll go. Oh, no, that's probably not a good idea.
And so they're over there, and Rue follows and goes over there too.
And like Rue comes out and runs to her.
And
yeah.
is like, we're here for you.
Can we talk about it? Like, what do you want to talk about, girl?
What is it, honey? Talk to me.
I just had to be honest with myself, and I'm a woman.
And so Sonique proceeds to say, she is transitioning and she finally feels right about, her body, and she went to a doctor and she's going through it. So.
You could tell, like, Morgan, it was really sweet, like, the way, like, when she said it, Morgan was so, like, happy for her.
Yeah, she said it out loud, and Morgan had the biggest smile on her face, just like, I'm so proud of you, girl, like, yes. So that was really lovely.
It's so courageous, and you have our support, this family here, forever, anytime. All right.
So then it's Morgan's time to talk. I feel like you need some lip gloss.
Right.
Rue is basically like, so, let's talk about your fight with Mystique. Like, she's just like, so let's talk about
that fight with Mystique.
Should we play the tape again?
Yes.
I will whoop your ass. Bitch, I am from Chicago.
Yes.
Bitch, I'm from Chicago.
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I guess she's born in Chicago?
Maybe.
I am from Chicago.
So then they're like, we're fine. Like, people
they
think
make
that, whatever.
They're like, people think that we are never going to talk again because of this one fight or whatever. And then Rue is like, she's like, oh, that's great. You guys have, like, kept talking or whatever. And she goes, Morgan, are there any queens you haven't talked to?
I haven't spoken with Tatiana. Like, watching the episodes and, like, watching the comments she made about me,
I did not appreciate the things that she said about me.
Which was so weird because I feel like Morgan came a lot more for Tatiana than Tatiana came for Morgan. But apparently, saying that her whoreness came out really struck a chord.
she kept calling me a whore and I needed to be knocked off my high horse. I think it was from her own insecurity, because I never said a bad word about Tatiana.
There was just like a lot of like, I'm personally offended, and yet when I was an asshole, it's fine.
Exactly.
And I was like, okay. Like, just own it. Just be like that's why I mean, we'll get there, but that's why I appreciated that Raven was like, I was an asshole. I stand by it. Next is Sahara Davenport.
Yeah, who looked beautiful.
I think my favorite look of hers.
I agree.
She was like, it's Miss Ross to you. Like, she was very Dreamgirls, just like, I'm here, you know? And it was like, good.
Yeah.
She sort of stole one of Shangela's bear arms and like dyed it blue. It's like, it was a little weird. She was like, and I have, you know, the Cookie Monster's like one arm on. Hey, but it worked.
It did.
And her makeup was gorgeous. And her wig, this was the best I think she's ever looked. I loved it.
I agree. And then,
oh my God,
Miss Jessica Wilde comes out looking just stunning.
Escandalo!
Escandalo! Scandalo. There was no scandal, but it was great. It was like a flamenco.
It was everything.
It
was really
gorgeous. This.
Gorgeous. So then next up was Pandora Box in a really fun outfit.
In her best look.
Right?
I mean, she finally got her silhouette, I feel.
Yeah.
Because she has great legs. Mm-hmm. And she didn't tend to show them off as best as they could. She's got like a mini skirt instead of a flouncy, almost like petticoat. Like she wore a lot of like mini petticoats, which were not a good thing. It's like checkered flag poof sleeves with Hot Wheels like glued up her front, like a road
But like
map,
a real tight like waist
shape.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was.
I was so happy for her.
I was too.
It's like, yes, you finally got it.
Nailed it. So then Tatiana comes out. A long blue number.
Was it long?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was not. Why would it ever be long?
It was like a satin teal.
Oh, that's what it, oh my god.
You know.
Tight satin?
Tight satin? No human being should wear tight satin.
No human being should wear tight satin.
Well, it was like puckered satin.
Because it was tight satin.
But like, it also didn't fit.
It's what he says, no human being. As if like a dog can wear tight satin, but a human being, absolutely not.
Dogs, fine. This was right. This was wrong.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit like I'm attending a quinceañera.
But like in New Jersey?
Not like it's my quinceañera.
No,
just like I'm at one.
But like in New Jersey.
In New Jersey specifically. Like a Hoboken quinceañera. It wasn't great. So Ru is talking to Sahara, and Sahara's talking about how she was on her way to a show, and her phone, or she gets a text from her mom, who we know is like a pastor, was not okay with her drag or necessarily her being gay either. And she says,
"And you look fabulous, call me." And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna call her and this woman is gonna cuss me out.
You thought it was an intervention?
Yeah, I thought it was an intervention.
And she's like, "You're fabulous, you're beautiful, I love you, oh my God, blah, blah, blah." And like, it like repaired their relationship, and Ru goes,
Would you say RuPaul's Drag Race is bringing families together?
Christian, black families.
She was like better than ever.
She was, yeah, it's sad again.
It's horribly sad, but it seems like she was in a better place.
Oh yeah.
And she got that acceptance from her family.
And again, like,
that's beautiful.
There's a legacy that is left now of her being a beautiful human being. So
yes,
like physically and spiritually. So Miss Jessica Wilde, Ru is like, "So Jessica, you don't speak English."
Sometimes I'm lost, but I'm acting like, oh yes, oh my God, the judges, oh I love it.
Oh yeah, great.
I love it, yeah.
I love it. What? Oh no, it's bad. Oh no, it's good? Oh great. I don't know. Just keep feeding me these eggs, whatever you want.
Whatever you want. I mean, just keep giving me these eggs.
She got an email from a mother of a 10-year-old who wants to be a drag queen, and how Jessica sharing her story about how her mother accepted her and was always her champion, like made her realize that she needs to do that for her son.
Which was really cool.
I teach people that my mom loved me no matter what, so you need to support your family because we are specials.
And then that, like, it kind of just kept going, because then Ru talks to Pandora.
Somebody said, by hearing my story, that they said that I saved their life. I burst into tears. I was blown away by that.
Because Pandora had shared her story of attempting suicide.
That was really cool, too. I thought that was, like, a really touching
that was
moment.
Beautiful. Yes. Yeah.
This show just, like, really knows how to get you.
It really does. Oh, well, we didn't talk about Pandora's father passed away in the interim, but before he died, he called her.
Said that he watched Drag Race and that he was so proud of me, and that's the call. That's the call that I waited my entire life to hear.
Well, I accept you, and I think you're fabulous,
and you're beautiful and amazing,
and like that was really nice. And then you could tell all of the queens were really emotional.
Everyone was in a dry eye. Everyone was like, oh my God, like I haven't had that phone call, or I have had that phone call. Like they were
It was really sweet.
It was really sweet.
And then it's just like this show is just so amazing that like.
Well, because Ru then says, you know, that's wonderful that you finally got that call, but what would you say to people who have not received that
right.
call?
You know, she's like, you just have to own you and like do you no matter what.
Yes.
And she's like, that's what I was doing before this call came, and that's why the call came basically.
Yes.
Was she had owned herself and was like, look, I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. And then it was like, oh, but you do like me, thanks. So from that touching moment to Tatiana.
Tatiana's claws were out. They were sharpened, manicured, and ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think they had jewels on them.
I'm not done talking yet. You will speak when I'm done.
I mean, this is just when the shit starts to fly. So it's like, Tatiana, Morgan called you out earlier about some beef that you know, like, and it's just like, okay, here we go.
You totally slung me like, oh, she's a whore.
I didn't mean literally, you are a whore.
Right.
Stir it up,
stir in the pot.
Stir it up, stir the pot.
I'm more than a face. I have something to say. I have thoughts.
You're a great pair of legs, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tatiana says something like, she's like, I know everyone just thinks like, oh, like you're Rebecca, like whatever. And there's no context. Nobody ever says Rebecca Glasscock. There's not a clip. Ru doesn't even acknowledge it. Like, it was just such a throwaway shade. Like, I love this.
Oh, well, she's just pretty. She's just Rebecca. And I'm like, no, I'm more than that.
She's so much better than Rebecca.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, particularly now, but like, she's so much better than Rebecca.
Well, because she had the potential that Rebecca like never really seemed to show.
Yeah.
Like more maturity and like.
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway.
No, I do feel like Tatiana did show a lot of maturity in the way she handled people attacking her and handled people being shitty to her.
So, quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with the top 3 queens. Our top 3 lip syncs for your life, and top 3 runway looks.
Of the season.
Of the season. Season 2 is the season we're watching. I don't know what's happening.
You've gone down a hole where you can't end a sentence.
So, Jujubee.
Holy shit. Jujubee comes out.
Giving me like some like kind of J-Lo realness.
She looked 10 years younger. But amazing. Like it was like what she was trying to do on the finale, like youth up her look.
Oh, if she had worn this look on the finale runway, she still wouldn't have made it, but like she would have been fucking amazing. Like it would just been like, what?
It looked like she was going to the club and she was ready for a night out.
Yeah.
It wasn't the diplomat's wife, is basically what, but like she nailed it.
Nailed it.
She looked fucking flawless.
And then Raven comes out in a black number.
A little black party dress. It looked like my super goth 16, you know. Like Lydia from Beetlejuice is having a 16th birthday party, and maybe you're invited, maybe you're not. You're not on the list.
Yes. I didn't love it.
I didn't love the outfit. I thought her face and hair looked flawless. And we found out she wasn't supposed to wear this, remember?
That's right.
She had come dressed as the evil queen from Snow White, and then the show was worried about copyright, and so she apparently
had to go shopping and buy this
down the street an hour before taping or something.
Right. That's right. So given that, nailed it.
And she still had a look. Like for me, even though it wasn't up to Raven's standards.
Sure.
It was still better than some other people that were attending.
Absolutely. That's true.
So I was like, okay.
And then Tyra comes out in one of my favorite looks of hers. I really gagged over this, I feel like. She comes out kind of looking like a
beetle.
Yeah, or like a black flower, like...
It was like an 80s bitch orchid.
Yeah, like, there's like wilting petals.
Or like wings.
Yeah.
There was something evil about it.
Yeah, there kind of was. So maybe that was Black Widow.
Almost like maybe if Charlize Theron as the queen in Huntsman had like a business meeting. Right?
Sure.
But she still had to like look fucking fabulous.
Right,
and
right.
Be like, what?
But she's like, Okay.
But she's like, has to address...
Don't fuck with me, fellas!
Yeah, she has to address the board still, you know, and it's like, okay, I'll wear this. Somehow that's how I felt about it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So they talked to Juju, and Ru's just like pushing the mom thing. She's like, have you talked to your mom? And she's like, no. I don't
like,
want to.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I need a little bit. I need a little bit more time.
Another 10 years?
No, I wouldn't. I don't know. I feel bad and I feel for her, but I'm not ready.
Look, Ru, my mom like abandoned me. Leave it the fuck alone.
It was a little bit like the kimchi. Like, have you told your mom? Have you come out to your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't?
Sorry, you're not gonna learn.
It was a little bit like, okay.
Sorry, computer says no.
Computer says no.
Oh, you haven't talked to your mom? Sorry.
Ooh, sorry. So then they talked to Raven, and Ru is basically like, so you were a real cunt.
Now, Raven, you were not shy during the competition, and you were liberal in speaking your mind.
I have to say, I did not mind her shadiness.
You know, I do and I don't.
When it landed.
There's certain times where she says something and you're like, oh shit, that is some shady cuntness. And you're like, but she's not wrong.
That's the thing. I often agree with her, which helps in my liking her.
But then there's a lot of times where she's just coming for someone in like a personal attack.
Yes.
And I think that's part of what, like, you find her talking about Nicole Paige Brooks funnier than I do.
I know, it's awful.
Because a lot of the time it just feels like she's just being mean.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, my favorite like line of the night is Raven is like,
we are making a TV show, so don't sit here and act like we were filming an episode of Seventh Heaven.
Yeah.
Sure, but, like, there's a difference between being an asshole and being, like, a shady bitch, right?
Yeah.
And when she's funniest is when she's a shady bitch.
I would never say that.
I mean, Tati is done. Tati is pissed. Like, she's just like...
You are the one that is face value. Your outside is gorgeous, Raven, but your insides are dark and nasty, and I don't like you.
You were pretty bitchy yourself, so there.
I wasn't that bad. I was not like you.
I guess what I appreciate is Raven was not denying it.
Right.
That's all I would say.
Sure.
And then Tati was being, to me, very hypocritical by saying, well, what you were saying was mean. What I was saying was, like, true or something. You know, like, she kept trying to defend herself, her own actions.
Right.
But, like, be, like, Raven, you're the biggest asshole or whatever.
But Raven is the biggest asshole.
Absolutely, but Raven would say that herself. She was like, yeah, I was the biggest, saltiest cunt. Yes. I was. And then Raven did genuinely apologize and say, look, I came for you harder than everyone else. That was my bad.
And I should not have been as vocal as I was about Tatiana, about you, again, and I'm going to speak to you. I apologize.
Well, I think she learned her lesson. I think that...
Because even she said, you know, I should have been more eloquent.
Right.
And you know, and I have the mouth of a trucker, so I'm like, I guess you could say I'm an eloquent trucker.
I think that, you know, the lesson learned is it can be fun and funny and entertaining to be a shady, salty cunt.
Yes.
But, like, pick and choose the moments.
Yeah.
Like, Juju was real. I mean, if you were to, like, just write down the things that they said.
Juju's were worse.
Ooh. You know what, Tati? Because you're a slut hooker. Here, take one.
At times.
At times. Like, Juju was cunty. Like, whoa, you shady bitch. But the tone and, like, the intention was light and fun, and so it's different. You know, she didn't come for someone on a personal level.
Yeah.
Raven had a personal problem with Tati.
Then Ru cuts, so they're back and forth, they're fighting, and Ru is like...
And I said this to the first season because they got their panties in a bunch over things that are said. Listen, kiddo, things are going to be said. You have to not let it hurt your feelings.
You can't take it personally.
You can't take it personally. You decide if someone else's opinion matters.
Right.
And kind of get over it. Like, she's like, Raven's skin is thicker than yours.
Because I have oily skin.
No, totally. And that's like, I mean, even with us, you know, where it's like, obviously our opinions are our opinions.
Yes.
And we're not shy about them. But, like, someone can decide whether or not they value them.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing with Raven. You can decide if you value her opinion of you or not.
Yes, exactly.
If she doesn't have respect for you, that sucks that you're stuck in a competition with her. But then after the competition, you can be like, look, I don't give a fuck what you think. Bye, bitch. Also, she was right. But
The Enigma of Raven. That should have been her book cover. Also that she was right. The Enigma of Raven. It's good. And we get to Tyra.
Well, she got her grill fixed because it was fucked.
Is your barbecue capsule?
Because your grill is fucked.
Ru basically is like, look, everyone's pissed I picked you to be the winner.
Now, some people probably think this is a controversial decision to have you as the next drag superstar.
Well, she's like, people have called you a lazy bitch, they've called you this, they've called you that,
Namely, Jujubee.
Sure. Well, there were a lot. I mean, it was like, oh, she called you that, she couldn't exactly.
Various things, mannerless,
Expressions like lazy bitch, immature, mannerless.
Satan's baby.
Satan's baby.
And like Ru said, like people wrote in and were like, yes, she's talented, but her behavior is inexcusable.
It is!
I don't disagree, but...
So she's like, how do you explain yourself? And she goes...
All I can ask is that for them to reach out and pray for me and pray for my son, like for us to have a better life and to be better people within ourselves.
It was like not an answer. It was weird.
No.
It was really
weird. I will say later on, she then says, like, I can't, she kind of like apologizes to each of the girls if like stuff she said.
She totally owned up to it, which I appreciated. She did not pull a Mystique where she was like, my mom might have been kidnapped and I was worried about it. And you're like, what?
She was like, look.
At that time, I was all of those things that they were calling me. All I can do is like apologize. I can't take back what I did, but I can only make from this day forward better.
I can't change that past behavior, but like I can
learn from it.
Exactly.
She did seem like calmer and just like...
She was actually really, for me, she was really refreshing and kind of fun and silly at the end. She was
It's like the desperation was gone.
I think
the whole
so.
Season,
I think so. She was just under this cloud of desperation.
Understandably, she was living on a floor, but like there was a desperation that I think the judges fed into in a way I didn't appreciate.
Yes, like beating someone up on stage.
Yeah. That was still not talked about. They still weren't like, Juju, how's your eye? Ru also gives I found this to be very confusing. So Ru basically says, I decided during the wedding challenge that your pussy was on fire because...
You come out on your knees behind the biggest bouquet of flowers I've ever seen. You peekaboo around it, throw the flowers in the air.
And then you jumped up without any support onto your heels. And then later, when you won.
And you pulled the veil over your face. Bitch, your was on fire.
She was saying it like it was like a trick of the trade. Like, what about that was like, I'm gonna teach you a trick. You're on your knees, and you're gonna jump up onto your heels.
Like, I can't do a death drop, but I could do that.
Right?
I mean, it's hard in heels, sure, but like, you try it a few times. Maybe you break your ankle, that would suck.
Maybe that's how she hurt her ankle.
That kind of behavior that you had clearly learned from another elderly queen such as I, that's magic.
What?
What are you talking about? Like, I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
it was like
for
some
me,
nonsense.
Like nonsense. Well, basically, I mean, I think it comes down to Ru saw a lot of herself in Tyra.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Hungry queen, living in the South. I mean, Tyra's very talented. I just don't think she should have won.
Like, watching the show, you can't take it from her. Watching the show, I'm like, the bitch turned it.
So then, Pandora wins Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
This was the season where...
It was really tough.
I could have easily seen Juju, Jessica, or Pandora.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yep.
So then, that's it. And they have a dance party to main event.
Yep.
And we all see Sonique's blurred pussy. And...
Oh my God!
We didn't talk about Merle or Santino at all.
Who cares?
It was no last season's reunion.
I don't see you out there walking children in nature.
Which I missed.
Oh my god.
There wasn't a wild card this year.
No, there wasn't like,
what's she gonna do?
Yeah, no.
She's kooky.
Yeah. For better or worse, I'll give you my heart. I'll love you with everything I swear. So, drum roll.
Yes.
Our top 3 runway looks of the season. Number 3, we actually had a split. We disagreed.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 3 look
Yes.
was Tyra, black with the big diamond necklace and the Janelle Monáe hair.
I think that's fabulous.
Yeah.
But I wanted to give a little credit to Sonique's Julie Newmar-inspired stripper Catwoman. I just it was just so draggy.
It was pretty fabulous.
And just so fun.
That's, I would go either way.
You know, I just really loved it.
Yeah.
I really did. And then the fact that it had a matching bikini underneath.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
You know?
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
whoa.
There was a reveal.
There was a reveal.
Ooh, so maybe we give that number 3.
I mean, there was a lot of really good looks this
There were,
season,
there
and
were.
so we had a hard time.
Yeah, so the number 2 is Tyra's red power suit.
Parisian
shopping
spree.
with Santino shopping bags.
With the feathered hair, hat, yes.
It was a really gag-worthy look.
It was like a full, complete story.
Yep.
You know.
Nailed it. I love this
It was
one.
like a 1,000-word, essay of a look. And our number 1
look of the season
is Raven's
Gold
Barbara Streisand 70s just Oscar statue. It was just from tip to tail perfection.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Raven looks we had to choose from, but that one was it.
Yep.
The time has come to lip sync for your life.
Lip syncs were really hard because there was one person who far and away stole every lip sync.
Yes.
And we almost gave her all 3.
We almost did.
We almost did. But in the end, number 3 we gave to Sonique and Morgan. Dancing to 2 of Hearts.
And dancing is the appropriate thing to say.
Yeah.
There was, Morgan's lip sync was tight, and she had some great dance moves. Sonique was doing cartwheels and, all these things, and stripping and quick changes.
Oh my God, yeah.
The song is great, and it was just it was a fantastic lip sync. Oh, and we wanted to give honorable mention to the Sahara Morgan Carry On lip sync when Sahara does the splits off the stage onto the floor.
Insane.
Because it was amazing.
It was. But
and that was real close.
It was really close, but we gave it to...
2 of Hearts was just more fun.
It was. It was. It was. So then our number 2 lip sync of the season.
Oh my God.
Jujubee and Tatiana.
Oh my God.
Well, just Jujubee.
It was Juju on stage.
Just stole all of the light. Dancing to Something He Can Feel.
Dancing to.
I keep saying dancing. I don't know
They're
why.
not dancing.
They're
They
not.
are.
Dancing ain't lip syncing.
And dancing ain't fucking.
Lip syncing to Something He Can Feel.
Yes. It was just
Juju
brought us to church.
at the ground, right?
It was just a bring the house down moment.
Yeah.
And it was just so fucking good, and the song is so fucking good. And it was amazing. It was almost number 1, but it wasn't. Because there was only one number 1. Clearly, Black Velvet is the number 1, possibly number 1 of all time. It's everything.
Everything. It's so good. Juju just has the best lip syncs.
Yep.
Hands down, period.
Certainly this season.
And that is not a Spicer fact. That is a true fact.
Let's not talk about that. Let's bring Spicer into this. Get out of here.
I crossed a barrier.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry.
ruining my acai buzz. So yes, Juju, drunken and sadly lip syncing to Black Velvet is everything.
It was everything.
Black Velvet is literally in the top 5 lip syncs of all time.
Absolutely.
It's so fucking good.
Absolutely.
It's right up there with Straight Up, which I can't wait to talk about.
I know. Oh my god. It's gonna be really, really fun.
Talking about season 3?
Yeah, you guys better make sure to fucking subscribe. Click that button because you're not gonna want to miss season 3. It's gonna be fucking great.
You find those blueberries, you get them.
And that's season 2.
Oh my god, we're done.
That's it. It was really fun.
Season 2 is great.
It was great.
It's so good.
This show is so fucking good. You know? I'm so excited for season 9.
Oh my god.
Like, it's exciting for new queens, you know? Because I loved All Stars 2, but, like, we knew them all.
Exactly.
And I like when it's, like, new queens and
Who
new
are they?
challenges. What are they going to do? What's going to happen?
Oh my god, I don't know what to expect at all.
Exactly.
Which is exciting.
And they can surprise you and, like, do new things. It's like, oh, shit, that's crazy.
Maybe someone will finally do Sherry Lewis for Snatch Game.
With the little lamb chop?
I'm telling you, it would be everything.
It would be really brave.
What if somebody did Bob Ross? Would that be amazing or terrible?
I think it'd be terrible.
I don't know.
Because he doesn't say a lot. You know, like, the whole thing about him is that it's like...
Well, he talks
just so...
quiet.
It wouldn't be funny.
And you just talk about the happy trees and that friendly little cloud.
I mean, I guess...
Like, who's that cloud? Is it a friendly little cloud? It's gonna come over and be your friend?
Yeah, we're gonna fill that in.
Just gonna fill it in.
And put some shading here. Like, got our ice white, and we're gonna...
Get our liquid white.
Yeah, liquid white.
Blend it in together. I'm maybe not mad about this idea. Why hasn't anyone done Bette Midler?
I don't know.
What's that about?
Right?
Anyway, can't wait. Super excited.
Me too. It's gonna be great. Make sure to subscribe. Tell all your friends. Share.
We're gonna do season 9 as soon as it starts.
Yeah.
And then we'll do season 3 sometime after that.
Exactly. In the meantime, we're going to keep doing our movie reviews. If you haven't watched those, please check them out. And we will be reviewing Hurricane Bianca.
Yes.
So, like, calm your tits. It's happening. It's coming.
Our tits are okay. Tits is fine.
Tits is okay.
Tits
is fine.
Great.
No, tits is fine. Isn't it, Father?
Oh, yes. Tits. Tits are fine.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yay. Thanks, guys.
I genuinely thought you were going to say, thanks, cunts.
Thanks, cunts.
I feel like we're living in a bubble. That we can just call people cunts.
Yes.
And it's okay.
Yes.
Most of society looks down upon that.
That's true. You know, it's just reappropriation.
It is,
Yeah.
really. It really is.
Stupid twats.